Hello, I am reading stories to you from this very old book of favorite read-aloud stories that was one of my books growing up. And today we're going to read this story called The Children That Lived in a Shoe. The Children That Lived in a Shoe. I just love these illustrations. They're so cute. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. But they all were so handsome and clever, I'm told, that she wouldn't trade one for diamonds or gold. There were middle-sized children, and short ones, and tall, and babies with tummies as round as a ball. They had blue eyes and brown eyes and pigtails and curls, and the boys were all jolly, and so were the girls. They each had a dog or a bird or a cat, a goat or a bunny, or something like that. They each had a drum or a fiddle-dee-dee, and a little striped suit for a swim in the sea. They each had a wagon, a doll, or a kite, so no one was lonely from morning till night. They each knew a story, a song or a rhyme, a joke or a riddle for passing the time. They each could do handsprings and flip-flaps and reels and turn a fine somersault head over heels. They each knew a game that was jolly to play, so they always were merry and happy and gay. The shoe house they lived in, both outside and in, was clean as a whistle and neat as a pin. From the heel to the toe it was scoured and scrubbed and painted and polished and dusted and rubbed. Willie and Tilly and Bennett and Bun washed all the windows to let in the sun. Nancy and Lulubelle dusted the rooms and swept the floors clean with their own little brooms. Patrick climbed up on the roof, it is said, and painted the chimney a beautiful red. Sally and Sue set the table at 3 and put on the kettle for making the tea. Jack ran to the store every evening at 6 for lollipops, taffy, or peppermint sticks. Molly made cookies and jam for their bread and baked each a birthday cake high as his head. Anne made the puppies bonnets and shoes and read them a story out of the news. Mickey made hats for the ponies and goats and fed them a sugar lump after their oats. Betty knit sweaters and socks for the kittens and ironed their hankies and mended their mittens. With children so clever, the old woman cried, I've time for my housework and plenty beside. And so she made them red parasols, raincoats, and boots, and caps with a tassel, and snowballing suits. She packed them a picnic whenever they asked it, with ham and bananas and pop in a basket. She made them all pocketbooks just the right size, with a penny in each for a special surprise. It's jolly as jolly to live in a shoe, the children all cried, and the old woman too. And that was the end of that one. How would you like to live in a shoe with a whole bunch of other kids? That would be different. Anyway, that was out of this book, the Rand McNally book of favorite read-aloud stories. And go ahead and subscribe and come back soon, and we'll go on to the next story.